Welcome back subscribers, and hello YouTube viewers. Now this particular video was done on a spur of a moment. I was driving along the Western Highway and saw this building on the corner of my eye, and it was so unusual architecturally that I did a U-turn and made my way to this particular building and took some video of it. And only in the last day or so of producing this video that I discovered the history of it, and also a little bit more about the town. So bear with me, and we'll discover a lot about this building and also a little bit about the town. So as you can gather by the images, we're in the township of Lillimur, and the building was once a courthouse, and it used to be a post office as well, and unfortunately now it is pretty much abandoned. So we've got a weatherboard post office / courthouse, and we're in the township of Lillimur, which is a vanishing rural township on the Western Highway in the northern Wimmera region of the northwest part of Victoria, and it's only 15 kilometres east of the South Australian border. According to Google and some of the resource websites that I visited, and I'll keep a link of those websites in the description below for those who want to have a further look and see what other information they can get about this area if it interests you. But basically Lillimur was settled in 1877 when the railway was built through to Serviceton, and the courthouse was built just on the edge of the town in 1887, 10 years later. It closed in 1892. I'm just wondering, probably there was not enough crime to justify its existence, so it's probably a quiet neighbourhood. In 1913, the post office moved in, and in preference to building a new postal building, they chose to use the courthouse. The building is of timber construction with one brick chimney with two fireplaces back to back. There are various old style windows and a high arch roofline. The property requires a major amount of repair, and there are numerous architectural character features making the property instantly recognisable. And I was curious that it wasn't sort of listed with like Heritage Victoria or something because of its uniqueness in design. And now my conclusion with those small windows that are high in what appears to be the loft from the outside are there purely, I think, for air circulation. So during those summer heat waves that we do have in those areas, especially in the Mallee, you'd pop open those windows, and as hot air rises within the building, it escapes through those windows, which I thought was quite unique, and I had not seen that anywhere in pretty much any town I've been through since doing these sort of videos. Now, according to the advertisement for the property when it was up for sale, they've described it as a dwelling layout which appears to be comprising of 3 rooms, accessible through the front and rear entries, and there are absolutely 2 entries at the rear and 1 at the front, and it appears the dwelling has been restumped. And yes, it absolutely does look like it's been restumped when you look at some of the older photos from, say, 2010 onwards. Now, the real estate advertisement also acknowledges the fact that it was the old Lillimur post office and the courthouse, and the post office window can be recognised at the front of the property. And just right of the entrance door at the front, there is a slot, and I can only assume when the place was closed, you could put your envelope down that slot, and then when staff arrived the next morning, they would, I guess, take it down to the railway station for it to be sent either Adelaide way or Melbourne way. So just as a recap, the property was sold on the 12th of July 2022, so just a few months ago, I guess, for the sum of $29,000, and it is on a block over 1,000 metres squared. Now, a big plus for this building and its location is the fact that it's on a service road that runs parallel with the Western Highway. So if you were to somehow be able to attract the passing motorists, be it truck drivers or what many refer to as the grey nomads, and these are the people that go around with their caravans or their four-wheel drives exploring Australia during retirement. And if you were to have like a bathroom there available, because I don't believe there was one at this town, and if you were to sell things that are quite unique, obviously coffee would be a big plus, but things like lamingtons or scones or even damper. When's the last time anyone tried some damper? I have no idea what it even tastes like anymore. But something like that, I wonder if that would work there. And if you're a local farmer and you want to set up a business for maybe your kids or for your wife, I think it'd be a pretty good idea. Just personal, I could be totally wrong, but also it might even give the opportunity for local kids in the area to come and get experience working in a sort of a retail outlet. And if you market it well, I think the only way you can market this place would be to have large signs or some flags, say half a kilometre away at either end of this particular town, to let people know that, hey, if you need to have a rest or a cup of coffee, or would you like to experience some traditional sort of Australian snacks, this is the place to stop. And I think you might be able to catch a few coming past. So here we are nearing the end of this presentation or video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, by all means, give us that thumbs up or hit the like key. As you can see, coming up, there is a bus stop shelter. I'm not sure if that's actually operative anymore, or buses actually come here and stop. No idea. There used to be a sign indicating it was a bus stop, but now either someone souvenired it or the buses don't come here anymore. No idea. It's something that needs further investigation. But once again, please subscribe. Subscribing doesn't cost you 1 cent, and it really helps out the channel immensely. And most importantly, stay safe, commute safe, and on this occasion, take time out and smell those roses if you see something that grabs your eye. All the best, and have a great day.